Next up, WayForward.
Rise and shine, don't wanna work, I'd rather play. Shake my hips and whip my hair, it's a new day. Magic won't blow, my heart yells, let's go transform and fly away. We will dance through the danger until the world is saved. Can't stop me now 'cause I'm Shantae.
Hello everybody, welcome to the New Game Plus Expo. This is the WayForward segment, and I'm Matt Bozon. I'm the creative director at WayForward. I'm also the director of Shantae and the Seven Sirens, and today I'm just going to play through the first part of this game for you. Go ahead and get started. And we're just going to talk about the game a bit. And this is the fifth game in the Shantae series. It does have animated sequences throughout. I'm going to skip them, sorry. This is going to be not quite a speed run, but we're going to kind of keep things moving along. The game is available now. It's been out for a few weeks. So if you're interested,
Finally here.
you can pick it up on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, Xbox One. It's also available on PC, on Steam and GOG. And it is on Apple Arcade on all supported platforms there, iPad, iOS, Apple TV, and Mac PC. So let's go ahead and jump in.
I think this might be my first real vacation, Uncle.
Indeed, we're gonna skip. So, being the fifth game, the first game was Shantae in the game for the Game Boy Color in 2002. Then there was Risky's Revenge for the DSiWare service in 2010, and then there was Shantae and the Pirate's Curse for 3DS and other platforms following. That was in 2013. And then the kick-started Shantae Half Genie Hero, which was the fourth game. That was the HD game, the first HD game, this being the second.
Hello and welcome.
Thank you. The mayor here is going to give us our first quest, which is to find and meet the other half genies in the game. There are 5 of them we need to find to kind of get things rolling here. Go ahead and save it, save guy. But yeah, Half Genie Hero game number 4 was kind of more linear, like a Mega Man X-like game. This being the fifth game,
So nice to meet you.
is a return to form, more of a Metroidvania-style game.
Of course.
Hello, Harmony. We found Harmony. So Shantae's visiting a tropical island in this adventure, and this is the first time that the storyline doesn't take place in Sequin Land, which is the Shantae's home. This time she's been invited to a tropical island where she's going to participate in a Half Genie Festival held by the mayor, who we just met a moment ago, and he's invited 4 other Half Genies to participate in this performance, and our job right now is just to go meet them. The island is situated on top of a sunken city. As you see here, we're just entering the tour area, and kind of loosely based on, Lost City of Atlantis, sure, but more specifically the Seattle Underground. If you've ever seen that, there's a portion of Seattle built on top of an older portion of Seattle, and it's really interesting. People have lower stories of like street front and stuff in their basements. It's amazing. All right, here's our second genie.
I'm so sorry.
Zombie half genie. Yes, she is. We're gonna go ahead and skip. We got our next friend. So kind of loosely based on that concept. So we're going through the sunken city. You know what? Let's check that out. The game has lots of little secret areas like that, and I do kind of want to kill these spiders. So just walking you through some of the features of the game. Well, first let's talk to you.
I'm Shantae.
Zapple.
All right, there's Zapple. We've got 2 more to find. So Shantae games, all of them focus on Shantae and her adventures with her friends in this fantasy setting. And typically she will whip with her hair, and dance to transform into different forms. Here at the beginning we can dance to pull in distant objects until we get some upgraded abilities. So we're going to head back up and try to find the remaining 2 half genies. So speaking of half genies, so Shantae is a half genie because her father is a human being and her mother is a genie. And so in this world, whenever there's a child like that, they have weird magical powers. And so hers is to whip with her hair and to transform by dancing. The other half genies that we're meeting have powers of their own, which they go into a little bit. You can see that if you're playing the full game and reading along. And past games haven't really dealt with half genies much. It's kind of in the lore. This is the first game where you actually get to meet them in person. And that was a fishman that we just defeated. I want to beat this one up too, so we can look at his cool double skeleton. Look at him. Alright. Caves. A lot of Shantae games will have caves. They're kind of mini puzzles that'll tease something you can come back to later, or if you have what you need at that moment, you can solve it. I'm gonna just keep moving here. Save guy. I'm gonna save often. I don't do a lot of streams or let's plays. This is kind of a new thing for me, so sorry for the audio. Might be a little bit rough. I'm doing this from home. WayForward is doing work from home right now, like a lot of you guys are too. Here we go. We got a treasure chest, and we have a nugget. I'll get into nuggets more in a little bit. There we go.
Yo! Hello! My name is Vera.
Hey, Vera. So yeah, half genies are just in the backstory of the game. There's one
What's this?
positioned at each town in the Shantae world. They're kind of the protectors that use their powers to defend the innocent from evil and see that justice is served. That's what they're all about. So Vera is from a town on this island, which we may get to see later if there's enough time. I'm not sure. Yeah, these things we keep seeing in these caves are heart squids. If we can collect 4 of them, I knew that guy was there. If we can collect 4 of them, we can trade them in for a more heart meter, like more potential health. Hey, Plink. Okay, Plink is a seer. She can see things that are not there. So, with her, that's the last half genie we need to find.
We did it!
Yeah. Report back to the mayor. All right. So I think I mentioned at the beginning, Shantae's here with her friends to visit the tropical island. It's a vacation where she gets a all expense paid trip if she agrees to take place in this half genie festival.
Hey! Hurry!
All right. So we're gonna do that.
Please don't start without me!
We're gonna get the festival underway. I'm
Ladies
gonna.
and gentlemen, boys and girls,
Yeah, we'll go ahead and skip this. It's a longer one.
Half Genie Festival!
Hey. So yeah, part I skipped was during the festival, everyone disappears off of the stage, leaving only Shantae behind.
Shantae, for the last time, let the authorities handle this. Oh.
So Shantae's not going to stand for that, so our adventure begins.
Was a disaster.
Oh, sorry, I'm just cutting that audio off here.
Oh.
This island is hiding a secret, and I'm gonna get to the very bottom of it.
Okay, so that's our mission. We're going to go rescue the other half genies and see what happened. And in most Shantae games, if you're not sure what to do, you talk to the NPCs here. Everybody will have something to say that'll put you back on the right path. And I think I'll do just a quick tour of what's here in town. So we've got a shop. I'm going to go pick some stuff up. Let's see. We'll do... let's see. Fireball. No. You know, Super Ball is fun. I like Super Ball. We're going to go ahead and we'll just stick with that for now. There's also shampoo items, things that'll increase your hair whip speed and the damage that it deals. So we got that place. We've got the backstage, as you already saw over here. Up across the top, we got some more people hanging out. Oh, check my map? I think I will. All right. Let's talk about this real quick. Inventory, these are the things I've been collecting from monsters I defeated. They're food items that'll refill your health and a little bit of magic. Dances we'll be getting hopefully later. There's 4 of those to find. Fusions is where you're going to be merging your magic with one of the half genies that you rescue and to create a new form. Nuggets. We'll still talk about nuggets later. Keep moving along. Relics are the things that you buy in the store. And then another tab over, we've got our map, which shows you where you've been. And cards, which we'll talk about as soon as we find one. So we'll do that. Hopefully that'll happen soon. And this is the Squidsmith, who will exchange 4 of your heart squids for more health potential. Oops, and we missed the bathhouse. This is kind of a Kid Icarus throwback. If you're familiar with the NES game, jump in the hot springs and refill your health and your magic. So with that, I think we'll just start heading off this direction. These characters with an exclamation point are kind of like the bigger hint givers. If you're not sure where to go, they'll point you in the right direction. So yeah, I guess we can talk about the nuggets. So the gold nuggets are used to get rare monster cards. Monster cards are dropped by enemies. Every enemy has a monster card. That's new to this game. And if you get enough nuggets, you can trade a certain amount of nuggets for a rare card, one that you can't get through normal gameplay. I'm getting beat up. Yeah, me and talking and playing is not like maybe the best combo, huh? So I'll keep going. Wow, alright, jumped right into that guy. So we've got some returning characters like this one from Half Genie Hero, that Snake Lady. And then a lot of them are brand new, created specifically for the island. Here's a dead end. We're going to need some other ability to pass here. So yeah, all the animations in this game were recreated at 4K resolution. Half Genie Hero was HD. This game is all done in 4K. So if you have a 4K compliant system like PS4, Xbox One, or if your PC is up to it, you can get some really nice visuals. And otherwise, game looks great in... Oops, shot by a snake. Looks great in HD as well. So there's another nugget. So we have 2 of them. There we go. Two nuggets. For us to do something with them, we're going to have to get up to 5, which I don't know if we're going to get there. Once I pick up the pace a little bit. I'm going left. Reason for that is in most Shantae games, a lot of times if you go kind of off the beaten path at the beginning, you can get an early item, which is what I'm doing here. And you know, I forgot to use my Super Ball. We should be using that. Here we go. So free squid. So Super Ball's nice. It does a lot of damage. It eats your magic meter up pretty quickly though. But hey, we got a pineapple for our trouble. That's nice. So that's Super Ball is a good example of a magical item where, you know, it's completely optional. If you want to power up your hair whip attack and just focus on that, you can do that. If you're more into the magical items, then you'll probably enjoy combining those with monster cards. And yeah, you know what? We're coming up on a moment here, so I'm going to be quiet and let them talk.
Risky boots. What is she doing here? Men! Place the explosives. Move it, you lubbers. Move it! It won't be long before the absolute power belongs to me.
I should have known.
Alright, so Risky Boots is the bad guy in all previous Shantae games. This one, a little different. Risky Boots is still present, but she's a little more sneaky about what she's all about in this storyline. So we'll see her a handful of times throughout the adventure. We'll probably run into her again before we're done here. So we're going to go down in pursuit of her. Wow! Alright. Real quick, just poke in here and show you guys. Here's a fast travel room. Kind of inspired by Symphony of the Night. As you open more and more of these, you can start skipping around to wherever you need to go. I'm going to go ahead and head off in this direction for a moment. We got two ways we can go. There we go, there's our first monster card. So let's pop that open real quick. Monster cards go on this screen. Ceiling Bug, this one. Rockets travel much faster when chasing down their targets. Well, I didn't buy rockets, I bought the Super Ball, so that's kind of a bummer. But this is a point where, depending on the drops you get, I might go more with rockets after this, just because that's a great card to have. Rocket speed is really useful. But as you saw, my Super Ball does 8 damage, so if I can get cards that boost that, I may end up going that route instead. But we'll kind of see. We'll see how it goes. Slimes, I'm not going to mess with them too much. I'm going to run... Yeah, we'll need one of them. The off chance that we get a card. We did not. We are watching a lot of Twitch streams and YouTube Let's Plays and things. I have not seen anybody yet talk about the slimes and how they change color. If anybody's figured that out, let us know. Speaking of, I don't know if we're... Yeah, that's the end of the line for this area. I don't know if the way we're doing this is... if comments are active. But if they are, feel free to post. We'll have... I'm sure we're going to be watching during the stream. Because this is pre-recorded. We did this in advance just because of the work-from-home situation. We weren't sure if we'd be able to get it all, up and running just, perfectly smoothly to hit our time slot. So, yeah, we did go ahead and pre-record it. If you're asking me questions in the chat and no one's saying anything, that's why. Okay. How are we doing? We're at 18 minutes about-ish. And, I had someone on a stream asking about soft platforms in this game. Most platform games, if you duck and jump, you'll fall through them. That's pretty typical. Shantae games in the past have done this, but more often than not, they have the player falling off the front side of three-quarter view, side view, which is a little different from this game. But we also use the one-way floors in our labyrinths and things, so... In this one, we just went ahead and only used the one kind of floor, in case you're wondering. Yeah, that was a deliberate choice that we made for this one.
What are you doing down here?
And I'm gonna mash through this a little bit. Keep it going. Don't remove the blocks, Shantae, that's what he's saying. Oh, but we did. That's bad. We were bad. Yeah, I said I'd skip those, didn't I? And I didn't. I guess I got kind of sucked into it. I like that. It's nice short sequence. So here, we'll go ahead and skip that and get moving again. Oh, I just totally missed that. But we got some pulled pork sandwiches, and that's nice. Here's a new bad guy. Let's see if we can deal with him. Alright. I guess I could be a little more reckless with these things, huh? Hey! That is the lobster girl we'll see a few times throughout the game, kind of sneaking a peek through the windows. She was, that character was animated by Timmy from Undertale. You guys all played Undertale, I'm sure. If you didn't, go play it. But yeah, Timmy was kind enough to contribute some animation to the project, so she animated that really cool window sequence you just saw. Wow, I got smacked right into the door. There's another squid we cannot get. Here's Giveaway Crab, that guy right there. Every Shantae game has to have somewhere a crab that reveals crawling behind walls. That's his job, so that's what he was doing there. There we go. There's a guy wandering around in there. I think we ought to get him. And there's some treats. So yeah, no sign of Risky Boots yet, but we've got the creepy music now. That's a sign we're headed in the right direction. So... Yep. Yeah, we're getting close. Alright, here is our first labyrinth. Labyrinth's kind of like our Zelda dungeons. The overworld in Shantae games like this one, which would be the first, second, and third game, they're kind of like a Metroid type of game on the outside, and then when you get into a labyrinth, they become kind of like a side view Zelda, I guess kind of a Zelda 2, maybe? Where you're in one, here we're on a brand new map, Water Lily's Den, and it's going to be, you know, lock and key and puzzle, stuff like that. And typically getting, you know, finding dead ends and looking for the ability that'll help you get past those. And we're good on hearts, so we'll keep going. For example, we are in this big tall corridor, and our only option is to go down. Here's an example of the soft platforms I was talking about. You can jump up through them. You know, I should be using this ball more. Yeah, you can just run off the sides of them rather than ducking and jumping through them, because we do use them for one-way traversal, so you go through one and then you have to find another way around. Here's a locked door. And we got an ambush. What did we get? We picked up a card a second ago, and I didn't even register that. Let's take a look at what we got. Oops. We have... Oh yeah, we have a bat. We need 5 bat cards to increase boomerang. But we don't have a boomerang. And then this card, so we got a mystery card. This one's going to be a mystery because the ability that it augments, we don't have that ability yet. Once we get that ability, the card will be deciphered, and then it'll start making more sense. There is our key. So off we go. Here it is, and we can move on. If you notice in the top right corner now, there's 3 heart squid outlines. Can't reach this one yet, but that'll tell you how many are in each of the labyrinths. So if you're kind of really on top of it, great. If not, you can come back later and collect them. If you're into backtracking, there's lots of stuff to do. If you're not, you can do most of the game with typically a second pass through an area, if it's even required. Usually it's not. We try to keep it pretty streamlined, so you can just kind of go through quickly if that's the way you want to do it. I am a terrible shot. Oh, no, I'm a great shot. All right. Yeah. Cool. That's how I play pool too. I don't know if you guys play pool, but yeah, I just hit the ball as hard as I can and then hope that it goes into one of the pockets. So maybe that's why I like the Super Ball. And I'm going to save often. Again, I never know when something bad's going to happen. So yeah, all the artwork in this game is painted at 4K resolution. So if you're familiar with old school side-scrollers, like Mario, like you got a Mario block or something like that, is usually 16 by 16 pixels in size. You've seen them a million times, I'm sure. In this game, like this block right here that I'm standing on, instead of 16 by 16 pixels, they're, I think, 178 or 180 or somewhere in there. So we're working with huge, huge tiles, way too big to be pixeled, so everything is painted. So similar approach that you would have to, a pixel-style indie game, except all the assets are just humongous. No, I don't want to save twice. Whoopsies. I danced for that heart, and then I just let it fall on the floor. Okay. These lobster guys, we could probably sit here all day and farm them if we want. Oh, we got a card. Let's just check out what the lobster jogger card does. That is this one. We need 5 loot drawn in from a greater distance. We'll be okay without it. But that is a good lazy player's ability. If you want to just not have to dance to suck stuff up, it will come to you. Alright.
The half genie runt.
So,
Oh my, you just have all the answers, don't you? You won't interfere.
let's go!
Alright, so Risky Boots in this game is a reoccurring sub-boss. In all previous games, she would be the final boss of the game, so this one mixes it up a bit. And she starts out not too terribly intimidating as far as like difficulty goes, and then she'll ramp up and learn. Wow, I got shot. Learn new tricks as she goes. Ooh, all right. She was just going to call her guys in, and we beat her. All right, so long. Yeah, we'll take it. Wake up, Link. Alright, so we're rescuing our first half genie. And as a reward we get this, which is a fusion coin for the Dash Newt.
Dash Newt? Leave it to me. I promise to do my very best.
Alright. So yeah, the difference between this and previous Shantae games is, in previous ones, the ones where you transform into creatures, which is most of them, you would dance and then you transform into a creature and then you run around as that creature. In this game, you have it assigned to a button, so you can just do it instantly. And in fact, you can button mash and just change into all of the creatures as quickly as, as fast as you can push the button, as fast as you can transform. The first one we got here is the Newt. And, we did grab that map. I think I didn't even mention it. I crawled behind that secret wall a ways back and grabbed the map. Let's pop it open and see. Yes, I did. Okay. So the unexplored area you can see is up above. So using the Newt, you can just stick directly to a wall. And just like my Super Ball, the Newt has various cards associated with it, monster cards. So if I find the right card, I can increase its abilities. I think there's one. We changed them around from during development, so I'm a little fuzzy on which one ended up being associated with which monster. But there is one for dashing further. I think there's one for doing more damage when you dash. For example, I had to jump away from the wall to get to that spot, but without it I could have just done a longer dash. But yeah, as you play the game and you have certain things that just become your favorites, you'll find you're kind of wanting those cards that power up that ability. And the cards have no cost. The only limiter is you can only equip 3 cards at a time. So you can kind of pick the ones you like and just leave it there, or throughout the game you can change them at will. It's kind of up to you. Do it however you want. And it is possible, if you have good luck or if you're just persistent, you can definitely power your character up very quickly. I'm going to go ahead and do that because I want that money. I'm hoping to show off some store stuff. Here is another secret. There. So with this one, we have all 3 from this labyrinth, and we have the one that we got earlier, so we got 4. So I'm hoping when we get back to town I can show you guys the Squidsmith. These guys do tend to bunch up. If I can get them overlapping, sometimes you can take them both out, which is kind of convenient. Yeah, that's alright. Alright, we got our magic. You know what? We better do it. We thought about auto-saving. We've talked about that a lot with this series, but it's such a staple of these types of games to allow players to manually save. That's why we've kept that in there like that. We'll go ahead and look at this video too, and then any other ones I think I'll just be skipping. So here we're at our first boss, which is the Water Lily Siren, and they're all kind of loosely water themed. This one the least of which, because it's kind of just a plant, but yeah. All right. So let's see. We're going to. I have buttons on the sides here that I can move her around. And just to keep things moving, I might take a couple unnecessary hits here just so I can stick to the wall. Oh my gosh, or not. Hang on. Oh yeah. We got her in the light, but she still pulled off that attack. You know what? Normally you'd ride these flowers to be able to get to the hit zone for her. But since we have this, I'm just going to do it from the ground and see if we can just do a lot of damage that way. Yeah, I think I was doing better just with my Super Ball. I'll probably do that next time. Yeah, we're getting out of there. By the time I get her over there, it's probably going to move, so I'm going to kind of put her in a neutral spot. There we go. And trick her into it. There we go. So yeah, with the right combination of magic and cards, you could really do a lot of damage very quickly. So I did a test play of this earlier, and just kind of see where the timing would end up for the video, and it took quite a bit longer. I was using Fireball and hitting her from a distance, which didn't go nearly as quickly as the Super Ball. So yeah, game's broken down into chapters. There's kind of that intro thing that we did, which is kind of not really a chapter, and then there are 5, and then kind of an end portion, or you could call it 6 chapters if you want. For development, we refer to it as, I think there's 7 chapters, or a 0, and then there's 6 of them. But the game in total takes about maybe 10 hours to get through.
I never knew I could transform like that.
So here, let's just see what she has to say really briefly.
Combine our magic?
Yes. We're going to combine our magic. All right, so she's going to send us on a quest. I just went ahead and skipped it to find a fusion stone, kind of like the coin we had earlier, but a bigger hunk of stone. So if we can find that, we can bring it back to her, and she will combine her magic with ours, and we will get a new ability. And whereas the transformations, like the creatures, are instant, one button press, the other ones actually do use the dance system like previous Shantae games. Alright, so I'm going to use the newt and head up this way. There's actually a lot of ways you can use to go back, whichever way you want to go. I think there's 2 or 3 ways, and they all kind of have different rewards. I'm just going to do this one, because I like picking up that nugget. And let's, let me check real quick here. Yeah, let's go back up this way. I think what I'm going to do is go this way, and then I might go back to the transporter for fast travel and take that route. If I went left, I think there's another item I could collect, but I'm going to skip it and go this way. So yeah, if you're trying to speedrun this game, I've seen 2.5 hours. I don't know how much time people can shave off, but depending on which way you choose to go, like in a case like this, alright, and that's a water path, so like if we could get this guy's card, I won't spoil it, if we end up getting it, we'll get it. But it would be super handy to have if you're trying to get through the game quickly. It's a good one. And there's a lot of spiders early in the game, so... And they're just giving us meat hunks. Hello. So yeah, we're at 36 minutes. Thanks for watching. Yeah, if you're just tuning in, this is Shantae and the Seven Sirens, 5th game in the Shantae series, and this is the New Game Plus Expo. You're in the WayForward time slot right now, and we're just playing through this game that's been out for a couple of weeks and is available on the everything if you want to get it. So, we have a new clue. Unusual woman just arrived in town. She has very large goggles. We will find her. She is right there. Hello.
Hello, young miss.
She is a deep-sea explorer. She wants us to find a lumpy and smooth barnacle. I mean, respectively, a lumpy barnacle and a smooth barnacle. So we want to go do that for her. But before we do that, I'm going to just get some stuff. What did we get? We got a card. Yeah, we got a card for Homing Rocket. Ooh. Do we want to get, yeah, we could go nutso on the... Normally this is where I'd probably get my hair speed up. Or more damage, but because we got that card, this is kind of where I'm saying the monster cards, if you lean into them, can kind of affect your game very differently. I like to, increase my melee attack, but in this case, I'm going to do this instead. So we'll do that. We've got kind of a... No, we'll do one of them. We'll do Hair Whip Speed. Alright, and then maybe we just leave it there. Yeah. Alright, so we're looking for stuff for her. Sky's room is open. I guess she's done being mad at us, and she is relaxing at the beach. Alright, or at the pool. So we'll see more of Shantae's friends later. This guy we're going to talk to really quickly. He has a rare card he will trade for nuggets. 5 nuggets. Oh, we do have 5 nuggets. Oh, we don't. We have 4 nuggets. We're close. We do, though, have... Right? Yeah, we have 4 squids, so we'll trade them in. We are ready to forage. Alright, so now we have 4 hearts worth of damage we can take. Most monsters, early in the game anyway, do just 1 or 2 hits of damage, so this is pretty good. Later we'll get into tougher guys. Let's see, where do we want to go? If I was kind of running ahead of things, we'll go this way. We'll go this way. This is where if you played the game a number of times, like we used, we'd be in development, we'd be playing the game numerous times per day. For me, I've had some time away from the game, so it's a little fuzzy. But depending on what I'm trying to do, like right now I'm doing rockets, I would... Oh, these crates were blocking us before, by the way, now they're gone. So that plus our newt dash lets us get across this gap. But because I'm doing rockets, I would maybe choose to do this route first, if this is the route that has guys that have more rocket monster cards. Again, we shifted them at some point in development, so I'm a little fuzzy. Let's see, what is that? The eagle drop. Let's see. Or we'll never know, because I'll drop it down a hole. Oh, I'm all out. I'm out! I got no more magic, I squandered it. Oh, there we go. The game's a little bit sensitive to what you don't have. It will, if you're out of magic, it'll tend to give you magic drops. But it's not predictable. It's not like you can just sit there and get magic forever. It's still a bit random. Yeah, this is Bolo's room, and it's awful, and he doesn't like it. Alright. Basically, he's complaining about this gross thing in his trash can, so we're going to go ahead and steal it. Smooth Barnacle. Alright, so we got what we came for. We can leave. If we felt like exploring, we could kind of poke around and see what else is around the island. There's a lot of areas you can dash newt to, or we might be able to get... Oh, there we go. We might be able to get to our 5th nugget very quickly if we went ahead and ran around. Let's see, what were we looking at? The eagle. Oh, it's Boomerang, right. So, do we have another Boomerang guy? Yeah, see, if we were doing Boomerangs right now... Yeah, it's not too late to change, I guess, but I'm sticking with the rockets. And I think if you tend to die a lot, if I remember correctly, the orc monster, that's that green guy we saw earlier that was flapping his wings around and trying to stomp on us, I think he has a card that's really good for health and restoring. And so did those Muckmen, the guy we just beat here. Because, let's see, if we eat food... Here, we'll just eat this sad can of tuna. Okay, you get a little bit. I'll just demonstrate here with this golden crab, though. We will get magic from it in addition to health. So, if you had the Merkman? It's Merkman. Whatever. We'll just call it Merkman. If you have the Merkman card, instead of getting, partial magic refill or partial hearts refill, you'd get even more. So that's really helpful. Especially if you tend to just die a lot. Excuse me. All right. So I skipped the hint earlier when the goggles lady gave us the quest, but she said there's one off to either side of the island, one at a high elevation, one at a low elevation. So we'll go ahead and head the other way and see if we can get it. By the way, if we poke our head in here, Plink, the one we rescued, is here waiting for us. We did not find a fusion stone. Sorry. Sorry. There's the lady. Hello, lady. Yes, a lot of early game. The first couple chapters, there's a lot of setup and introducing new characters. And eventually you'll start getting to know your way around the island. Oh, we could just be nuts with our rockets here. It's Muckman. Why'd I say Merkman? I don't know, maybe he used to be called Merkman. This is what happens when you get 5 games deep and it's been going on for however long it's been going on. Speaking of, this is our 30th anniversary, so WayForward is 30 years old. We don't know how many games we've developed because we lost track. We used to have a big sheet, and I don't know, 15 years ago, I think it was approaching 200 games, and then we lost track, and we've made a lot more since then. So I have no idea. I mean, we started doing game development on 3¼ inch, or even 5-inch floppy disks, if you go back far enough. So, yeah, but Shantae games, it's been 18 years of Shantae games. We were able to get that. This guy was in the first Shantae game, the Frog Lips monster. And he dropped his salmon. And I think we're gonna get whatever this is. Oops! Oh, I got fooled. It's on this side, isn't it? this one is trouble. I think we're just gonna fear her for now and check out this cave. So we do not have the ability to solve this yet, but I think we're close. Okay. We got our lumpy barnacle. So this poor man does not feel refreshed. That's okay. We can just have a snooze there for now. And we're gonna just escape from you. This is one of the guys, I can't remember what his card ended up being either. But I don't think it's super common. There is a rarity to the cards. Some of them, especially the ones that you need more than one of, they tend to be fairly common. So, you know what? This might be faster. Let's try it. I'm not sure if it is, factoring in loading up the next area, but it might be faster. Somebody will tell me. Somebody will figure it out. Ooh, more spiders though. Ah. Ooh. Was that it? No. Still needs one more. All right. That's okay. If I don't get it on this in this video, and you haven't seen it, and you're playing this game, go get it. It's really fun. You'll like it. We have 15 minutes left. Wow. So we got through one labyrinth, fought the siren, and we should have time to do this section, I think, if I don't dilly-dally too much. Alright. Let me try to be a little quicker with what I'm doing. We've got it! We got the stone. No, we don't. What am I thinking? Didn't I just say I would try to be more efficient, and then I wasn't, and then I wasn't again? That's okay. That's okay.
Oh?
We did! We brought them! Yes! Thank you. Take our barnacles. Now we're set. We will visit the metal fish. The metal fish was that submarine that we just saw. There. Now we have it. It is a fusion stone. Let's merge. Let's combine the magics.
Time to combine our magic.
Okay. So yes, there are 4 rescues that we have to make throughout the game, and there are 4 dance slots you might have noticed on the sub-screen. And so yeah, there are, because of the number of chapters of the game, 5 labyrinths, 4 in-between sections. That's why it's a 5 and 4. Alright, let's do it. So we'll try it out in the room. There we go. So there's our 3 unlocked and the one that we have available, which is Seer Dance. So Seer Dance will reveal stuff that is hidden, and there is stuff all over the place. So there are some more. Once you destroy these things, they are gone forever. They don't come back. So, you know, let's talk to you. You have something to say. Where's Tree Town? All right. I think we're just gonna head directly over there now. Let's see if we can get there in the next 10 minutes. Which I'm sure we can, yeah. We will be able to make that, and that's probably where we'll end the video. Yeah, as far as the other content in the game, there are kind of 4. Most Shantae games have 4 kind of win conditions. See if you can beat the game quickly. See if you can beat the game with 100% of items. And there's one for just beating the game at all. And then there's a tougher to achieve one, which is typically get 100% of everything and do it quickly. Excuse me. In the case of this game, you know, yes, rockets. We're going to do a lot of rockets. Those things hiding. We're going to blast them. Yeah, and then when you beat the game, there is an unlockable, which will lead you to a fifth win condition. Oh, I did see people asking in one of the Twitch streams I was watching, and I don't follow particular streamers. There's a couple that I do follow, but generally speaking, I just kind of poke around and see who's streaming what, in case you're curious. But oh yes, that is what we wanted. All right, let's equip that. Let's get that going right away. Newt, and what else? You know, we never did crawl faster. Why not? May as well. We have a slot open. Crawling fast is fun. Here. What was I saying? I have no idea. I started talking about something. It doesn't matter. I know I said that WayForward was old, and then I said something else, but ooh. Here are a lot of rocket stuff. I'll remember later, or I'll forget. That's fine. Ooh. Oh yeah, the amount of content. Yeah, windscreens. Yeah, on a Twitch stream. Right. There we go. What I noticed was there were a lot of people saying, "Hey," and we saw this in a couple of reviews too. Hey, it's a bummer you have to rely on the random number generator thing to get you cards, like monster cards. But you don't. You don't need the monster cards to get 100% on this game. 100% comes from item collection and stuff like that, but you don't need to get all the cards. So, thank you. We're in Tree Town. Let me save, and then we'll do just a little bit more fun stuff, and then we'll be done. Yeah, let's go here. We're going to meet the Chief. Hello, Chief. Chief is sad, and I'm going to skip his sad story because of time. He is sad, and he will be happy if we play this wonderful mini-game. I am ready. Alright. So, yeah, so if you're trying to 100% the game, it's looking for items. You don't have to farm the monsters, so you can just skip that completely. So first time you play this mini-game, it's kind of a freebie. I mean, they're just, see, wow. I fired it through the one spot that had nothing. That was great. That was fairly generous. I feel like I should have missed off. Oh, like that. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. Do it again. So the way this thing scores is if you can, the fewer mistakes you make, the more of a bonus payout that you get at the end. So you participate for 10 gems, but it's possible to fill up your gem count very quickly if you're persistent. I watched a lot of people on this stream. They would play a little bit and then they would quit and try to go just for that perfect. But even if you're less than perfect and you're getting, you know, missing a couple, that money will still stack up really quickly. So, yeah, let's go meet the Chief again. Now he'll be happy. Hello, Chief. No, it's good. It's good. Yes, we have hope in our heart. So he's going to give us the useless object. Yes, thank you. So since we have a few more minutes, I think I will just point out a couple more things. Each town, there are multiple towns in this game, kind of like the first Shantae game. And the towns are different NPCs, different hints. So if you're between chapters and you get lost, definitely talk to everybody. And talk to everybody in multiple towns. You might get a hint that you hadn't seen before. So now we've got to fast travel over to the other town. And then the stores have different inventory. Same prices, just different inventory. So like if I buy a potion here, it's going to be the same as the other place. But I have boomerangs at this location. And Super Bowl 2 is this location. And let's see, that's it. I think some other items become available here later in the game too that I think originate at this town. So, yeah, well, you know, so yeah, now we can fire more of these things, and I think we can get a card to make them travel faster. So, that's very good. All right. And we did this one already, right? Oh, no, we didn't. We will need a new ability that we do not have. You know what I really should have done is filled up my my magic back there in town at the bathhouse. I did not think to do that. Although, for, no, let's just find out. Yes, alright. Whoops, nope. Thought maybe we'd get some free monies. Or not free monies, some free magic. Although, you know what? We have food. Some of these foods will give you at least some magic. Let's see. Mostly it's for filling your health, but they do have that as a side effect, some of them. That snake was just asking for it. Alright. Not yet. And... yes, useless object. Let's use it. So right now we're on our way to the second labyrinth, and I'm making pretty good time here. So, yeah, we won't get, we maybe make it to the front door of the labyrinth, but I don't think we're going to get to see any of the inside of that. But I will get to show off that spider card a little bit that I wanted to show you. Go this way first. Kind of show you what we're dealing with here.
What's this? Huh?
Okay, so we're going to need an item for there. Now that I have this newt card, I can go up these walls really quickly. So crawling around in a vertical place is just... I think I can travel faster vertically than I can horizontally, which is pretty cool. Like, really, really fast moving. So if you like just, you know, going as quickly as you can, there's a lot of cards that you can discover. Get rid of that guy. And here's another cave, and another tease. Alright. So yeah, we're coming up on the time here, so before we run out, I just want to thank you guys all again for watching, and hope you're seeing some cool stuff at the New Game Plus Expo. Just keep checking out the videos, come back. If you're taking a break, check back later in the day and see what we've got going. Oh, there's Uncle.
Who's that?
What's this thing?
It's a handle. We are going to use it. We'll cut this thing off in about like 2 minutes. See how far we can get. But yeah, this was fun. I really enjoyed being able to play the game for you guys a little bit and maybe showing off some features of it, if especially if there's something that you haven't seen yet, and just talk about the game a little bit. We're really happy. Everyone seems to be very much enjoying the game, and we loved making it. It was a blast. So yeah, thanks on behalf of the team for tuning in and watching it. And yeah, we're going to just make it to the front door of this labyrinth, and that's where we're going to call it. Hey. Oh boy. Or we're going to just, you know what? Rockets for everybody. That's how we'll do it. Except for that guy. Is there anything in this room? There is! There's treats! Let's get the treats. And we are rich. Rich in spirit. Oh, and there goes the lobster girl again. Awesome. And some pineapple. One more save. And we should be right about there. I'm going to zip right on through here. I think I missed a couple of secrets. This would be labyrinth number 2. 2 out of the main 5, and then, like I mentioned, there's kind of a whole endgame portion. But yeah, this would be where our next adventure would begin, in the coral mine. So yeah, that's it. So I'm going to go ahead and quit out. Yeah, we're good.
Rise and shine, don't wanna work, I'd rather play.
Yeah, thanks very much for joining us on this stream. We'll definitely, if like I mentioned, if there's comments there, we're going to go through and read everything and see what we can answer if that's an option. If not, and it just clicks right over to the next presentation, that's great too. Feel free to follow WayForward on Twitter, and we have a website. You can go to wayforward.com. Check that out. We love getting comments from you. We love getting fan art. You guys have been just such awesome fans. So thank you. And again, on behalf of WayForward and the team and New Game Plus Expo, I'm Matt Bozon. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we will see you later.